Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty indeed. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews. 25 amazing peeps currently in the lobby right now. They're going to all filter in just a second here. We'll give everybody just a few minutes to log in. I'm seeing Buzz7332 jumping in just as I started the stream. Annette Cervantes, how you doing? Ed Keaton in effect as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you guys on here. It is great to see all my day one peeps. I got to tell you guys, you're all the familia. You know I love you. It is a great time to be here right now. Guys, I can't believe we're almost halfway into, actually maybe a day or so off from the halfway point of the month here right now. Crazy situation in terms of that there. Buzz7332 jumping off with a super chat donation, getting ahead of what I was going to announce in about a minute or so. But thanks so much for jumping in there. You're going to see yourself jumping in over here as well as down below any moment here right now. So thank you so much for that there. Anything that you guys donate towards the channel, here it is right here. Stay frosty. Always goes right back into creating the content here, and I greatly appreciate that. I got to tell you, thank you. We got everybody in effect. Obviously, you guys can hear me okay. You can see me okay. Give me that thumbs up to make sure everything is cool. And we'll get started in just a few minutes here. Great to see everybody in effect. And I guess since we're on the topic of talking about those donations, you'll find a multitude of ways to do that towards the stream here. At the bottom of your chat window, you'll see a little $ if you want to do super chat, or down below through PayPal, which means that YouTube will not take anything from you if you do that. That's always the preferred way, of course. But again, thank you so much for being here right now, and thank you so much for your love and support of the channel. I have a blast doing this on the daily for you guys every single week, along with live streaming, which is always fun to do. So let's see who we've got here in the chat. I was chatting here with Lord Darkside, Tony A. We've got Drew's Food Reviews, DCM Entertainment. You already know what it is. And yes, Drew has a habit of trying to guess what I'm reviewing every single week here. I don't know how he does it. I always say he's clairvoyant, but he's definitely a brother from another mother, that's for sure. Great to be on here with you as well, Drew. And to everybody else here, we got Trav Tries in effect jumping in there, popping off with that content as well. Guys, make sure you're jumping over to Trav Tries for... I mean, you should be doing that, if anything, there, along with Drew's Food Reviews. Content on the daily. They're really pumping out some really fun stuff. As always, I got to catch up on the last few things. It's been a very crazy, busy week. As you guys know, as a content creator, you should be producing more than you're consuming. So I try and catch up on the weekends to see what's out there right now. But I got to tell you, some really fun stuff is coming your way. I've got a big brand deal that I've been working on. This is going to be something you'll see very soon here. It's been taking up a lot of my time, and I'm just very excited for that. So a lot of really fun stuff coming your way very soon. Randy Molina, welcome to the channel. As always, Ed Keaton in effect. And of course, Annette Cervantes, as we mentioned earlier as well. Annette, thanks so much for being here. Buzz7332, all my day one peeps. Trying to catch up here in the chat. We've got Erna. Erna's popping off with the 80s hits here very soon here, I have a feeling. Great to see you guys on here right now, and it is all good there. Ed Keaton jumping off with the super chat donation. Make that 2 doubles. You know what? That sounds good right now. That sounds good. The wifey's actually working at the moment, so I'm flying solo tonight. I may have to do something for maybe a little bit of something after the stream for sure. But like I said, I'm busy editing something together that I can't wait for you guys to see here very soon. It's going to be a blast. I have to submit it this weekend, so it should be good. So I wanted to take some time out. I wasn't going to cancel the stream tonight. I wanted to say hello to you guys, jump on, do a couple of reviews as always, and definitely connect with you guys as always as well. I'm trying to actually answer a few of the comments, at least putting hearts next to everything. Like I said, this week has been nutty, but I see you guys. I appreciate you guys. There's been a lot of content this last week, as you guys saw. We had last weekend I told you I was going to be doing the spicy variant. Well, I alluded to it somewhat for Wendy's, to do the spicy variant of their bourbon bacon goodness. Really awesome. I got to tell you, I mean, you can't go wrong with barbecue sauce and crispy chicken, of course. When Applewood smoked bacon, all that good stuff as well. I'm excited about having to get that to do that one again there. My first Denny's review this past week, actually. I've been planning that one. They have these new melts, which are pretty banging, and I got to tell you, the one that I tried right out the gate was pretty amazing. Spoiler alert, it was delicious. But definitely take a look at that for sure. I think it was the, what was that? That was the pot roast melt, or I'm losing it right now. Hang on, I should actually know this. No pressure, right? No pressure. Let me jump on over here. So we have, aside from Popeyes jumping off with their frozen strawberry lemonade, which was really good as well, guys. I got to tell you, that was a very delicious frosty situation. If you guys haven't had that, you should. Good stuff there. The Big Dipper melt is what it was there. Not a pot roast sandwich, but a good time for that indeed. So good deals. Thomas Crawford, I appreciate your super chat donation. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are all official sponsors of the channel. Anyone who's donating towards the channel, of course, you're going to find your names down below as official sponsors. I greatly appreciate it. Erna jumping off here as well, too, there. Who sang the famous #1 hit? La Isla Bonita from 1987. Oh, man. I'm going to need some help here in the chat. If any of you know that offhand. I'm thinking, was that from like the Lambada? There was some type of, I mean, that was the whole dance craze back then when they had the Lambada, I think it was. I'm completely butchering it. For those of you guys who remember it back then. Was that Gloria Estefan maybe? Madonna, possibly? Forgive me, Erna, forgive me, for sure. Annette, did I do the Costco chicken sandwich? Not sure if it's here in the US. No, we have no chicken sandwich over here just yet. I think that's a little bit further up in Canada, I believe. But I actually have done a chicken bake back in the day, I believe. There is a Costco review along with their cheeseburger, which I remember really wasn't that great back then as well. Alexandra, Zizo, hopefully I said that correctly. Hey, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you being here right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, Tony A, gotta love the 80s. You already know what it is. Absolutely. Madonna, there it is. Okay, I figured it was something. That sounded familiar. I don't know why, but it was good times. It was definitely good times back then. Madonna, I believe. Yeah, that was, I think that was when the Evita, I think when she was in Evita, I think that may have been around that time. Possibly, possibly. Let's see here. James, hey, friendly face foodie. Let's see, how did your second vaccine shot go? We talked about that the last time. I had a rough go of it. Actually, about 3 days after was the worst day. And shortly after that, the very next day, I was beginning to kind of go downhill. And I actually reviewed one of the new slushies over at McDonald's in a condition that was less than stellar because I was kind of freaking out about how I was feeling. So I tried to get my mind off it by reviewing the strawberry watermelon slushie, which I look horrible in that video. It was a bad, bad video. But I wanted to get it out there and just, it was, you know, some content to put out. But it was a little bit of a rough go around. I'm actually 2 days away. Technically, I guess I'm okay right now where I can pretty much go and do what I need to do and not be too concerned. So let me just tell you, the next time you guys see me on live stream, I'm finally going to have my hair cut. I cannot wait to get my hair cut this coming week. I got to tell you, very excited, very excited. Dom's World was in Walmart today and saw the Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce. Cool. Yeah, I heard they were putting those out actually in Walmart. I don't know if I haven't seen, is that a Walmart exclusive or maybe Target? I haven't seen that actually, but if you've got it in stores already, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Space Force Cooks, how you doing? Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel here. Will you review the new Chick-fil-A wings? They're only going to be initially offered in Nashville and Atlanta via Ghost Kitchen. Well, I'm here in Southern Cali right now, so unless they're going to fly them over, and I can't do any flying just yet. I'm not into traveling just yet. We'll have to see what we can do about that. So I'm not against the idea, but if they're a little bit more local, we'll have to see what we can do. Neon, are you going to ditch your mask now that the CDC has said you can? No. Just because something comes out and they say that's the new guideline, I'm going to wait a couple of weeks before they change it again. But even still, I think it's just good practice to kind of still be, you know, a little bit safer at the same time. I'm not trying to test the limits of my superpowers, so to speak, because I finally have my superpowers. But I'm gonna kind of let it marinate for just a little bit. Let's see here. Doors fan. Pilot Truck Stops just released a Southern fried chicken sandwich and a spicy sandwich. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. There are so many chicken sandwiches coming out right now. It is beyond chicken. It's just beyond chicken everywhere. I'm kind of over it, to be honest. I kind of want to make sure all the usual suspects are out there and they all have it taken care of. Obviously, Carl's and Hardee's have theirs coming out. So, you know, hopefully after that, we'll be kind of calmed down just a little bit. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. Sebasti, have I seen the new Masters of the Universe action figures associated with the new Kevin Smith reboot? Yes. I am super excited for the reboot. I think those stills look amazing. I can't wait for July 23rd. I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan. You probably can't tell because it's blocked up on top, but I've already begun the transition over to some Masters of the Universe goodies to kind of replace and get away from some of the stuff that I've had back here for a while. So I'm going to still continue that as well, but I'm very excited about that for sure. The figures look decent. They look different, naturally, but very decent there. I'm still a fan of the classic. I mean, the classic, you can't fade that. And I love the updated retro version that they actually have there. I'm still trying to find the Walmart exclusive for the collector's edition of Panther, the Flock version. I used to have that back in the day, and I have the original one, which is hiding back up over here. But I'm looking for for that one, as well as the Target exclusive, the 2-pack. Let's see. Leah, I bought a Keep Calm and Peep This Out shirt, and it's my favorite. Thank you. Thank you so much for supporting that. I really appreciate that. That was a lot of fun to put some of those together. I'm trying to work on some newer merch as well. So naturally, I love my masks, naturally, that I wear through my drive-through sequences, as well as my hats, of course. And if you guys have already seen the very beginning of the stream, there's a 20% discount code that's in effect there as well that you can use. But I'm glad you're digging that. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun putting those together, Leah. Thank you so much. Let's see here. We're going to get into a review in just a second here. Erna, Super Chat donation jumping in here again. Do I know Madonna, Like a Prayer, and Cherish? Yes, 1989, of course. That was the whole big scandal with Pepsi back in the day when they had all the burning crosses and all the stuff like that. It was definitely a huge, huge thing for sure. Annette Cervantes, Carl's Jr. is coming out with a chicken sandwich. Yep, it's the worst kept secret on the internet right now. As of the 17th, though, but you'll probably find it early. So we'll have to see what happens with that there. But a few different versions, and Hardee's has a variation of it as well too. I guess for breakfast in there too there. But I've known about that for a little bit, so it should be pretty interesting how it's going to go. Hand-breaded chicken goodness, how bad could it be, right? I mean, Carl's is already doing that with their chicken strips. It should be pretty awesome. Do I remember the double-decker tacos at Taco Bell? Yes, back in the day. I was able to sort through and remake those today for lunch. This is from Have You Seen A? And the side of the refried beans, some tortillas at my house. That's awesome. That is really, really good. Really, really good. Buzz, what are we reviewing tonight? In about 3 minutes, we're going to jump into the first one. So I can't wait to give these a shot over here. This is going to be interesting, I think. Good times for sure. Disney is back open. Again, I'm still taking my time with that. I probably won't get there much before the holidays because I want to let things marinate still. There's no rush right now. Just because things are opening, it doesn't mean things are completely fixed everywhere around the country or depending upon the state that you live in. So still practice caution and then just go slow. Just go slow at the same time. As more and more people get vaccinated, I think it'll be a better situation. ScoutRush.com. Are there any classic toys or characters that you might be heading to storage? I have some of the older Batman stuff that I have above over here. That I've had for a long time, some Dark Knight figures and a few different things as well that I figured it's time to update and put in some of the timeless classics. So for me, Masters of the Universe is one of my all-time favorites, so that's an easy recommendation. If you guys have seen the new retro variants, they're pretty banging, and I'm really digging those. They're very hard to find, some of them. So I've been actually all over Amazon, and whenever I see the prices go to normal, because there's a lot of scalpers out there, that's when I scoop them up as well. So I've been kind of adding slowly as the prices are beginning to kind of normalize as they come more back into stock again. Sabres fan, thanks so much for jumping on. What it be, what it do? Best YouTuber on YouTube. What's it be? And I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace, love, and happiness to all of you guys. I appreciate the kind words as well. I have so much fun doing what I do here on the channel, as you know. And just craziness as it's beginning to heat up here. I got to tell you, this brand deal that I've been working on right now, I filmed this a few days ago. It burning hot in my car. I had fans going. I had all kinds of things going in effect there. So I'm very excited to see what you guys are going to, probably all going to go run out and review when you see what it is. It should be a lot of fun for you guys. Very excited to show that to you. But the weather is really beginning to kind of kick up here temperature wise. It is really beginning to heat up here in Southern Cali. Erna, is anyone else here a big into 80s fan? Definitely drop that in the chat over here. Erna wants to know if you guys are into 80s music. Jeff Bailey, you stay frosty. Absolutely. Guys, less than 30 seconds away from the very first review, and you're probably not going to guess what it is. There's no way you can probably guess what this is right now. Drew, my BK sold out of the hand-breaded chicken sandwich. Wow. I'm not surprised because they do make that fresh. So if they're running out of product, I guess as they're beginning to see which stores are beginning to really pump them out, and I think it'll probably, begin to kind of cool down and calm down once they get into the groove, so to speak there. But I haven't had that experience. I haven't had it since the reviews that I did on my channel. So, naturally, I'm sure by this time now, I think they should have it sorted out, if anything. Have you seen it? Also, I finally have the new McDonald's spicy chicken sandwich the other day, and it was great. Thought I was definitely going to order again. Cool. If I can. Cool. Very cool. It's a little bit of hit or miss with that. I've had that a couple of times since, and it's okay. But naturally, it's more of the Chick-fil-A-esque that they're going for with that there. So, all right. You guys ready for the first review of the night? Let's see here. Give me a meat on the bone emoji. If you guys give me a meat on the bone emoji and let me know you guys are ready for it there. I probably should have said to keep your Emojipedia open when you're here on my streams because I'm always asking you guys to give me certain things there. Jeff Bailey, love watching your reviews. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you checking them out there for sure. I have so much fun making them. Absolutely there. Michael Domaire is giving me the chicken leg. Okay, I'll take it. All right, there we go. Annette, we got it. We got steak. We got beef. There we go. Chicago's in there as well too. Drew, we got, you guys are giving me the chicken leg. Meat on the bone, meat on the bone. Technically, I guess it counts because what I'm going to be getting into is related. So let's get into this here. Drew says ribs. Well, I guess it can be somewhat related to that, give or take. Erna, we didn't start the fire. Billy Joel's. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Absolutely. You already know. There we go. Chicago's busting off with meat on the bone. Meat spam all over the place. You already know. Hey, and real quick, just so you also know, the moms finally got her internet situation taken care of. So moms, welcome to the stream. I know you're watching right now. I love you. I'm glad you're able to watch this live as it goes and not the replay because you've been catching up on the content these last few days. But welcome back to the live stream, Mama Peeps. Definitely good times there right now. And actually, while I'm getting this set up over here, while I take this out over here, give me a baby chicken for a peep right over here in the chat. Let's see some how many baby chickens we can see. The one with the little chick coming out of the eggshell. That would be pretty awesome. DCM says steak. Drew says Dickie's barbecue. Well, I'm throwing you guys for a loop here right now. Have you seen I had the Arby's double beef and cheddar sandwich for dinner the other night. The double regular amount of beef. Very nice. I hope you added the some horsey sauce into that. There we go. Ern is the first one in there, jumping in with the... Oh, well, DCM kind of cheated there by writing chick. Brian, Rock, Railfam, bye for today. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Erner with the chicks. Here we go. We got baby chicks all over the place for Mama Peeps right now. All right. First review of the night. And again, thank you to all the super chatters and all the PayPal donations. If there are any there, I'll know that after the stream. You guys are official sponsors of the channel. I appreciate you greatly right now. Let's get into the very first review. Drew may have kind of expected for me to do chips, and he was right, but he's no way he's going to guess what it is. Guys, I don't have enough Ruffles reviews on my channel, and I was very curious to check these out because we got Flamin' Hot Barbecue. So technically, this actually is going to kind of pretty much satisfy the fact that it could be ribs, it could be steak, it could be beef. And this apparently is the flavor of Jason Tatum right over here from the Celtics here. So as you can see, pretty cool, actually. This is kind of like, you know, the version of Lay's, but Ruffles doing their thing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but I wanted to give these a shot here. Now, according to this, on the very back of these packages, this is actually pretty cool. They have quotes supposedly from them. And in this case, according to him over here, Mr. Jason Tatum, and he signs these bags apparently. And I wonder how many of these he signed actually. Pretty cool. It says, respect your roots, but grow in your own way. So respect your roots, but grow in your own way. So very, very cool. So respect where you come from, but definitely add your own spin on what you do. Differentiate, stand out. It's actually pretty cool. But the flavor is the more interesting thing here. Flamin' Hot Barbecue. And obviously with the ridges for Ruffles here right now, this is always good here. Erna says, barbecue chips are always good. I agree. These can't be bad. Drew says, and another cheddar and honey mustard. That sounds pretty good as well. We'll have to see how this goes over here, but we're about to get into this, guys. Ruffles. And like I said, I don't have too many Ruffles reviews. I don't remember doing too many Ruffles at all here on the stream. But I wanted to give these a shot because they look really cool. So let's give these a go real quick. The Trips, what it do? Thanks so much for jumping on. Hopefully you're still celebrating from Kelly's birthday from last week. But welcome to the stream here. Well, I can tell you right now, right when I open up this bag, I got a blast of barbecue. So I already know this is going to be legit. And wow, look at the Flaming Hot. I love the fact that it smells like it's got really awesome barbecue flavor. It looks like it's got some heat to it, but I don't like how far down into the bag you have to go to get this here. This is kind of whack, I got to admit. Really cool packaging, but it is missing literally 3/4 of the bag. So whenever they do like a 2 for $6, you're literally getting like a bag of chips for $6 that should be in one of these. I don't know why they do this at all. Apparently regular price is $4.29. Who buys these things regular price? Drop that over here in the chat. Do you guys actually buy potato chips regular price, or do you always see sales every time you do your thing there? Good times whatsoever here. Let's see here. Drew says, man, you got ripped. Yep, completely. I'm not talking about my abs either. I definitely got ripped off. But guys, I love the presentation. And again, the barbecue, you can really smell it pretty nicely here. This is really nice. And wow, these are dusted. And just to be on the safe side here, protect the laptop. Let me try and bring this into effect. Look at that. They kind of soak into the ridges here, the way they're sprayed. I kind of expected them to be inside the ridges, not on the actual ridges themselves, but pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool presentation, you know, with that here. But let's give this a go. Flamin' Hot Barbecue Flavored. Endorsed right over here by Jason Tatum here. Let's give this a shot. Right away. Wow. That barbecue's awesome. It's mesquite. It's got some smoke to it. Here comes the Flamin' Hot, but I'm not really getting a lot of heat. It's a little sizzle, but I'm digging the fact that the way that these are sprayed here, pretty nice. It's really just, they're not in the grooves. They're on the top of the ridge. I don't know how they do that, but not bad. It's kind of misleading because look at the package and it looks like it is really, really coated in there. More barbecue looking than anything else, but the fact that it is Flamin' Hot, this one's a little bit closer, but most of them are sprayed with a lot of areas in the middle that are not quite covered here. So it's okay. The heat is not bad, but the barbecue is pronounced. So I'm liking that. I was kind of thinking the Flamin' Hot was going to be the dominant flavor because whenever they name these things, usually the first thing is the dominant flavor you're going to get. In this case, it's the barbecue, which is strong, and I like that. Lord Darkside. With that price, I better be able to get good as Jason to make his money. Probably, I'm sure they're getting a cut of these. I have a feeling. Usually, whenever they are endorsed in some way, they're probably getting a piece of this. Kind of like when they were doing like the Lay's contest. Maybe whoever the winner was would get something there. I think it was like the crispy taco, that one girl who actually won it. Oh, that's a big one right over here. Take a look at this. Let me see if I can kind of look in between over there. There we go. Check it out. My little eye right over there, right through the hole. That's crazy right there. All right, let's give this a shot one more time on this, guys. Not bad. I'm definitely going to definitely finish this for sure. I think the wifey's going to like these also here. But guys, Flamin' Hot Barbecue, the barbecue is banging on it. It is really very well done. And the fact that these are ridged is adding another layer of texture overall. So pretty good. That's really good. Tony, what are my #1 go-to potato chips? The kettle cooked jalapeno. Actually, kettle chips that are jalapeno flavored. I love those. Spicy one. It's like a green bag from the Kettle brand. Really good. For this though, really, really solid. Scale of 1 to 10. After peeping out this flavor of Flamin' Hot Barbecue because it satisfies, it's good. I'm gonna have to go a solid 8.5 on this. This is good, guys. I mean, it delivers the flavors nicely, and I love the fact that the size is awesome on these here. I just can't get over the spray, how they do this. It's on the very top of the actual chip, which is kind of crazy to me, but I like it. Remember, respect your roots, but grow in your own way. Words to live by right there. From good old Jason Tatum. Pretty cool. A little bit of heat, a little bit of barbecue mesquite action, and you got somebody very happy to have an endorsement deal right here with Ruffles from the Celtics, which is pretty banging. So good stuff, guys. Good stuff indeed. Kelsey says, Tim's jalapeno are the bomb too. This is good. Really, really impressed with that. I am very, very impressed with that. And it's kind of hard to mess up a barbecue flavored chip because the flavor is awesome. And obviously you think Lay's, you think Ruffles. That really is kind of the standard right there. Ernest says, I guessed 8 out of 10. I was so close. Almost. Maureen, hey, how you doing? I love regular Pringles and Ruffles. Nice. Yeah, regular Pringles are always good. Pringles in general are just really, really good. Really tasty stuff with that. All right, we'll jump back for another review a little bit later in the stream, and we'll get back to it here. You know, one thing I forgot to show you guys last week, and actually I've had it sitting here too. It was staring at me the whole time. Let me show you guys this because you guys know Drew says he needs In-N-Out Double Dip Chip Deal sponsorship. Nicely done. That would be awesome, Drew. That would be awesome. Derek Leveske, thanks so much for jumping on. The chips get an 8.5, but the air in the bag gets a solid 10. That is very true, Derek. That is very true. I'm not a fan of them pumping the air into these bags. I mean, they've been doing that for years. Every chip company pretty much tries to pad it. I don't understand that at all. Seriously. So, guys, we didn't even talk about this the last time. You guys all know I'm a fan of fast food marketing for sure. So I saved the box because I actually had the burger wrapped in tinfoil. I've seen this actually wrapped in tinfoil with the green sticker on the outside, but I love this personally. I think this works really well. The Mr. Beast Dream Burger, that collabo between him and Dream on YouTube, had a lot of fun with that one there, but didn't get nearly the amount of avocado that I should have. So it was really good. They didn't have any lettuce on it either. Whoever made mine seriously kind of fudged it. But at the same time, I really enjoy checking this out. It has a very Smashburger-esque type of flavor. If you haven't seen my review of that, take a look at it on the channel. And I got to say, really, really tasty stuff with this. Again, the marketing is pretty spot on. I just love this here, and it's just really completely cool. I mean, all the major things that are on here, and of course the Dream sticker. I tried to kind of peel that very carefully, as you can see. This was a lot of fun to see here. And of course, I showcased this in the review as well, too. This was a lot of fun here in the Mr. Beast app. Hashtag unsponsored, but this is where you do what you need to do. Mr. Beast, obviously you guys know who Mr. Beast is. He's one of the biggest YouTubers and content creators on the planet. But really one of the most major, huge entrepreneurial type of peeps as well, and really giving back to the community and giving back to people in general and just making some really awesome content in general as well. Great to see that at the same time here. So Mr. Dream, had a lot of fun checking that out. This was a blast to check out there. Maureen, love the Pepsi Mango. Guys, I have yet to find the Pepsi Blue. I saw that Poppy Eats dropped that, and a bunch of you guys actually. There's a lot of content creators out here who've been really pumping that out there as well. But good times, definitely good times. Let's see here. Going down the line. Let me catch up to the chat here. Here we go. Chicago, Carl's grilled cheese by far is the worst item in fast food history. Yeah, that doesn't look too amazing to me from the Mr. Beast stuff there. There's no way that I would actually do that. There is no way that I would actually do that. I'm sorry. Definitely no bueno on that whatsoever. Erna, super chatting again over here. Let's see. Atlantic Star, always, and Los Lobos La Bamba. Yes, absolutely. I love La Bamba back in the day. That was Lou Diamond Phillips. Really, really great film. Sad because it's based on what happened, actually. It's a true story, but still very, very sad, especially. Good times there for sure. Great soundtrack. Great soundtrack. You guys already know Richie Valens. Really, really good stuff there for sure. Jeff Bailey had the Pepsi Blue today and loved it. Nice. Like I said, I have yet to find those. I don't really have any luck with a lot of the snack stuff. It's one of the reasons you don't see a lot of snack reviews on my channel. And if I do them, it's usually on live stream because I want to actually just, experience them with you here. But, what could I do? Michael says he found Pepsi Blue at Walmart. Okay. I'll have to take a look and see there. I've gone to a few times this last couple of weeks and I have not seen it. As well. But again, we're really delayed for some reason here on the West Coast for a lot of these things here. But if you guys are experiencing it and you're enjoying it, absolutely. Definitely take a look and see. You'll find a lot of that content up on Trav Tries as well. There's some great people really pumping out a lot of content on the daily there for sure. Snack King Cole, what it do? Got 5 on it. I appreciate you jumping in there. I got to take a look at your taco spot that you went to with a few of your peeps there, Snack. I got to see what's going on. With that. But thank you so much for the donation to the channel, brother. I appreciate you. You are definitely up here, staying frosty with it there. Snack King Cole. Again, another awesome content creator. The review crew in the house. You already know what it is. We've got Dayton Live also doing his thing over there. Good times indeed, for sure. Dom's World. Have you ever heard of the Italian market deli? Claro's, yes. Dom's. Actually, my mom is a huge fan of that. We do shopping at Claro's once in a while, actually, up on Huntington Drive. Close to the Windmill Denny's over here as well, too. We've been there a bunch of times. And yes, their sandwiches are banging. The meatball sandwich especially. That's one of my favorites over there for sure. Let's see here. Going down the line, the Trip saying hello to Snack King Cole. Again, another awesome content creator. I'm telling you, you can feel the energy, you can feel the exuberation, you can just feel just how much fun Snack has doing what he does. Plus, the dude knows how to cook. If you guys are not a fan, or if you guys are a fan of cooking, quick little videos, especially his Instagram too there. Snack, if you want to just drop your Instagram here in the chat, let peeps follow you there. There's some really cool stuff with that little shuffle that he does after like kind of getting an epiphany of what he wants to make. He'll turn his head after smoking something quick and you'll see him shuffle over to the stove. Watch the chat over here for Snack's IG handle. Make sure you guys are jumping on over and subscribe to Snack King Cole, of course, on YouTube as well as IG. He's definitely cool peeps there for sure. You already know what it is. Let's see here. Snack says they were pulling up in Walmart. They were putting it in the fridge. Cool, cool, cool. You guys are having luck finding those things. I have no luck with some of these drinks and these chips and all these various things out there. Drew got a 6-pack of the blue. Nice. I hope you didn't have all that at one time, Drew, because I'm telling you, I don't even want to know what the sugar content is on that. If it's anything like Mountain Dew, you already know what it is. All right, there we go. IG, Snack King Cole. TikTok is Snack King Cole as well. Easy to find. You have all the information right over there. So definitely, you guys need to be jumping on over. You'll see it in the chat over here as well. You can probably click on it. There you go. Trips is helping out with that. Awesome. I appreciate that. It's helped some peeps out in the community. You guys already know what it is. And for all of you aspiring content creators, or if you guys are just regular content creators in general, you can drop your stuff right over here in the chat as well and get people on over there. I have no problem with that stuff there for sure. Let's see, going down the line here as well. Let's see here. All right, my chat is catching up. Appreciate my mods doing what they do. You already know what it is. And speaking of doing what they do, let me show you a couple of new additions, guys. Talking about Masters of the Universe here earlier in the stream. Variety says, limited time only on the Pepsi Blue. Loved it 20 years ago. Very nice. Very nice indeed. John says, what is that place on Huntington? Claro's. It's right closest to the Denny's and Windmill. I think it's right at the corner. The Denny's that's on Santa Anita and Huntington Drive. Claro's is right there. And it's really an awesome spot there for sure. You already know. Let's see here. Vivian George, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate all of you guys doing what you do here on the channel. All right. Love the new sandwich. It's good, the best burger ever. Did you love the new sandwich? Is it a good, the best burger ever? Are you talking about the Wendy's one? If it's the bourbon bacon, it's one of Wendy's best. I got to tell you right there. Simple Jack. I see you. I see you. There he is. One of my first commenters, usually on my videos, with the little eyes and the magnifying glass. I appreciate you, Simple. Thanks so much for jumping on and being here as part of the chat. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Do you know Mr. Kyrie Laser? Yeah. That's a classic song right there. Is it Kyrie Lays or something like that? I hear it. I'm singing that in my head right now, Erna. I'm singing that in my head. Simple, what's up? What's up? Great to see you. Thanks so much, man. We're here in the chat right now. We're doing the do. Tony says he likes the Bourbon Baker better than the Baconator. I would go so far as to say I do as well. Nothing against the Baconator. That Bourbon Bacon was an amazing situation. Just the quality of it. And again, you got to do the double because anything less than that is just a tease. If you guys know the fresh, never frozen beef at Wendy's, it's banging. It's always a banging situation. You're just teasing yourself if you only get a single patty. It's over so quick. The double is really perfect for me. It really is. Annette says, I wasn't a fan of the bourbon sauce, unfortunately. I think they added too much on the burger. I got it soggy real quick. Okay, that could be a thing. Obviously, depending upon how it's made, Annette, for sure. So you may want to try it again, but get it on the side so you can kind of add it as you go because the quality was pretty awesome. I got to tell you, it really was pretty awesome. Let's see. Vivian George says, my really big Carl review was the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun making that back in the day. And I think there was a larger version of it that I did as well. I think it was the triple. I've done so many videos here on my channel right now. It's getting to the point where I have to kind of think back. I know I did that. And, you know, all the new stuff I typically do for sure. But good times. It's definitely good times. Sammy, what's going on? Always ask for extra sauce. That's for Sammy YT right over there. Good stuff with that bourbon bacon, man. Good stuff with the bourbon bacon. And you can add it on a pretzel bun, which I did with the chicken. That's the one I doctored up for the chicken in the app. Just basically removed the pretzel bacon pub with chicken and then added the bourbon and basically the cheese. I switched it out and made that. That was the spicy one that I reviewed after the stream last week. That was a lot of fun to do. That was a lot of fun to do. Good times for sure. Ben Nuya, no worries, no worries. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you being here. All right, so as I was alluding to earlier, we're jumping into another little showcase of some Masters of the Universe goodies. I've got 3 of them to show you this time here, just to give you an idea. Ben Nguyen, will I review something from IHOP? If it's interesting enough and it looks good, I will probably give it a go. But there really hasn't been anything that makes me like, I got to run over there and give this a shot. But I'm not against the idea. I'm not against the idea. Jeff Bailey, I did the double yesterday, was good. Want to try the spicy chicken and the pretzel bun? The bourbon was good. I'm telling you, enjoy that. Start off in the app with the pretzel bacon pub with the crispy chicken, the spicy one. Just remove, it's very easy to remove everything and then add the options for the bourbon bacon with the crispy onion straws and the bourbon sauce, and switch out the Munster cheese for American, and you've got an exact duplicate. Good times over there. And that says, I always get the double patty version of burgers. Single patties are thumbs down. Definitely. Definitely. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. And speaking of knowing what it is, let's get into the first one, guys. Take a look. We have got new for 20. This one is Beast Man from Masters of the Universe. You guys all know I love my Masters of the Universe here. I love collecting these ever since I was a kid. I think what it is I'm actually kind of like reliving my childhood because I wasn't able to get all of them. And as a kid, naturally, you want everything that you see, especially when it comes to toys like this. So this is like for the adult collector at the same time. But take a look at the artwork here. It just looks awesome. I mean, really, really cool stuff, guys. I mean, I just really love the fact that it goes back to exactly how it was back then. The packaging is retro. Everything about this is just cool. So finally dropped in price. I was able to pick this up for the normal price, not a scalp price. So we've got Beastman in effect. He's going to be going up on the wall. Let me jump on down over here as my chat is opening up. There we go. Ernest says, looks like he's on steroids. They all do, actually. They're all the same type of mold. They're just colored a little differently. That's really the only thing, with some different heads. Although I have to admit the lighting is making him look like he's got like an orange sheen on his forehead. His shoulders are right over there. But very, very cool. And again, just a classic reintroduction of the line here. The reason that these figures are out is so they can get you pumped and primed for the new ones coming. They're new reimagining for Netflix. So they're really kind of pulling the heartstrings for people who love these as a kid, which is me and everyone in my age group back in the day. And then you have that to look forward to there. So Beastman in effect is awesome. And moving right along, you guys know Man-at-Arms, Heroic Master of Weapons. We're moving on from Beastman, the Savage Henchman, over to Man-at-Arms, Heroic Master of Weapons. And this is much closer, I guess, to the Filmation cartoon series here. But he looks cool. And again, same basic look. Very cool. Paola, no worries. Thank you so much for jumping on back. I appreciate you. Stupid Food Review Show. Jesus in a Tortilla. Love Masters of the Universe. Had Snake Mountain. Yes, I always wanted that. I never had Snake Mountain. I had Castle Grayskull and a few of the figures, but none of the newer stuff there. Snake Mountain I always wanted with that little microphone or something that you're able to kind of talk into. But Man-at-Arms here. This is pretty much He-Man's side man. You know, basically his confidant or his commander. He's like, you know, his sidekick, his buddy. He's always traveling with him here. Weapons Master and Royal Advisor. Man-at-Arms assists He-Man in the battle against evil. So as you can see, it comes with his little club. And these are all the retro variations. So they have bigger articulation in a lot of places. The wrists move, the arms. They're able to twist a lot of different things. And it's just really, really cool sculpt for what these are over here. So really nice. Man-at-Arms, Masters of the Universe. And to round it out, we have his daughter, Teela, Heroic Warrior Goddess. Basically the nemesis of Evil Lyn primarily here, who I'll get eventually. But I love the retro sculpt there. But as you can see, there are a lot more areas to bend. Her knees, how you can bend at the knees now and the ankles. You know, they basically have it. This is the daughter of Man-at-Arms on the show. So very cool. Yes, I like definitely He-Man, Masters of the Universe goodies. Take a look at the artwork on the back there. And it's really cool because with this artwork, you get a little preview of some of the other characters that they're probably going to come out with here. That's why they're showing them. So you can kind of see the king. I forgot his name over here in the back. And she's swiping Merman, who's actually right over here. And He-Man's in the background over there. So again, another one with the club. And Evil Lyn, you can kind of see right there on the bottom for Evil Warriors. Pretty cool. But again, really cool sculpt. All of these come with a little mini comic book. The exact same story from back then. So they're really basically retreading with the retro packaging and everything with this here. So a little quickie breakdown of the latest editions as I'm getting these things and adding them to my wall on the back. And eventually I'll have it kind of framed where you can see them above me over here, which is kind of cool. So I'm really glad to have given those a look for you guys. And again, kind of reliving my childhood at the same time, because I've always wanted, I never had Beastman. I don't remember having Beastman. I remember I had Man-at-Arms and Teela back in the day as well. So good times, definitely good times with Masters of the Universe goodies. Let's see here. What about Don Henley, End of Innocence, classic song. Classic song earner right there. Classic, classic, classic. Devin, am I being skipped? Did I do something? Not at all, Devin, not at all. I apologize. It's very hard to manage the chat once in a while here. But definitely cut and paste any question, Devin. If I've missed something you may have asked there, I'll definitely make an effort to answer what it is that you'd like me to answer for you at the same time. Carl Broussard, do I watch KDOC TV often? Not too often, no. I got to be honest, I watch a lot of stuff after the fact there. I'm kind of into The Handmaid's Tale, which is awesome. I watch a lot of stuff on the fly if I can, but usually it's after the fact with the wifey. We catch up late night because we both work during the day. We do a lot of different things. We're always in front of our computers doing stuff. So it's a little hard to catch up on things as they go. But at the same time, thank God for on demand. Thank God for on demand. Let's see. Dom's World. I used to love Masters of the Universe as a child, and I've seen He-Man, Skeletor, Cringer, Battle Cat at Target and had to get them to collect. Absolutely. I have those as well. Good times. Those are the main ones. They always have He-Man and Skeletor. It's the other ones that they sell out of constantly. Have you seen it? Did you know about that? If so, when were your thoughts? I was really on the fence about that myself. Let's see here. Apparently, at least in Canada, they're currently doing half pizza, half KFC pizza thing right now. I did not know about that. But then again, they're owned by the same company, Yum Brands. It's pretty much the same. So I would assume that makes sense if that's the case. But cool. That's very cool. They have some really cool things up in Canada. Actually, the Trips would probably know about this, as well as Jackie Hero Food Reviews. They do a lot of that stuff. Sometimes you see a lot of things up in Canada that we don't have down here and vice versa. Or eventually they make it here at the same time. Devin, sorry, my bad. I've been posting a lot. No worries. No worries, my friend. No worries. I appreciate you being here right now. I'm glad that I could at least say, hey, hello. Paul Simon, can you call me? Oh, yeah. If you call me Betty, I can be your long-lost pal. Something like that. Paul Simon. That's classic back in the day right there, Erna. Devin, oh, my God. Love He-Man, grew up watching that. Definitely a fan of that show. I can't wait to see what Kevin Smith does with it. Netflix, July 23rd. Hashtag unsponsored. I'm just excited. I retweeted out a few things actually on Twitter, and I'm so excited for the new series, which is an official sequel of the original cartoon from back in the day, which is pretty awesome. Nassim, my sub, thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel officially. I appreciate you being here right now. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel and you've made it this far into the stream, shame on you. Definitely hit that red subscribe button down below and do me a solid, please. Brand new content every single week. You already know what it is. Good times. Let's see. Going down again. We'll get into the next review in just a second here. Scott Rush, ScoutRush.com. I saw Dante's Pizza Box, a local Chicago chain, in an episode of Handmaid's Tale. Oh, cool. It may have been because they're actually in Chicago right now, because I don't want to give too much of the plot away, but it's a wild season so far. It really is pretty intense. Variety Music Lover, can't wait for Thundercats live action. Yes, I can't wait for that too. Lion-O and the team, I can't wait for that. That's classic right there. I'm excited. I am definitely excited for that. It's the end of the world as we know it. Have you seen it? Absolutely, REM. Yes, Drew, Mexican corn Cheetos out soon. That's crazy. That is crazy. But then again, I'm not surprised because you know what? They're doing mashups with everything these days. I'm really not surprised. At this point, they have to start doing some things differently because I think we've all kind of outgrown what's been out there. I've been doing this stuff on YouTube for like 7+ years now. And they're finally beginning to really kind of come with some interesting combinations. So we're mixing a lot of the cool ethnic foods together with some of the main brands, which is cool. I'm excited for that. Let's see. Call Me Al video is with Chevy Chase. Yes, that's right. Erna, that's right. He was actually really funny in that video too, actually, Chevy Chase. Larry Nguyen says that he is the Ian K. I'm the master of the universe. You are? Are you? That's pretty awesome. Annette Cervantes, can you see my comment, Ian? I tagged you. Hold on. Annette, there we go. Did you see Laser coming out with Cheetos flavored chips and Doritos Cool Ranch flavored chips? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Very cool how they're mixing and matching. I got to admit, pretty neat. Pretty neat on that, Annette. I'm really excited to see that. Of course, we're going to do that here on the stream when those pop out over there. Very excited to see what those are about. How bad could they really be, though, right? I mean, they look pretty awesome already just in the packaging. Let's see. Care Bear, thanks so much for jumping on. Hey, hope you're doing well. Are you going to review the strawberry funnel cake drink from Starbucks? You know, I saw that a few days ago, and I don't know. I'm not really a super fan of like a lot of those drinks. I can't really, you know, get into them so much. I know they look cool, you know, for what they are, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Certain drinks I'll try, but that one, for some reason, as interesting as it looks, I guess, I can't say I'm going to be making my way to give that one a go there, Care Bear, honestly. Be curious to see what some other peeps have to say about that, though. I definitely watch my sugar intake with a lot of things, so there's a lot of things in terms of digesting that, which probably wouldn't be a good thing I'd want to try. So maybe that could be part of the reason. But, you know, usually with Starbucks, I mean, those drinks, they're like 500-600 calories, and I'm just even taking a few swigs of that. That's craziness. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Kyle Broussard, have I ever watched the new episode Wipeout on TBS? I've seen that show before. Yes, I have seen that. Have you seen Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran? Classic. Back in the late 80s, I think, on that one. Yes, I remember that. Good times. Definitely good times. Michael Domer, the jerk chicken wavy Lay's chips are good. Yes, you know, I haven't seen those available. I was looking for those hopefully for tonight. But again, like I said earlier, no bueno with some of these newer versions that are out right now. I don't know. Like I said, if I come across them, I'll give them a go, and you'll most likely find them here for you guys. And of course, if you're catching this on the replay, you'll be able to relive the moments as well. James says, do I collect any of the real Ghostbusters toys? No, I don't. Although I have seen the new ones that they have actually out right now to promote the new movie from Ghostbusters Afterlife. They look pretty cool. But I got to be very select behind me here because I have a very limited amount of space, honestly. Even though I'm taking things off and putting things away, I got to be careful with it at the same time because I'm really running out of a lot of room, to be honest. Devin, do you ever do LA reviews? There's this Birria taco place that's literally changed my life. A taco truck called Anthony Davis from the Lakers. Cool. No, very cool. I'm down with definitely doing some of those things for sure. And as things are opening up more and it seems safer to do, I would love to start doing that. I really want to start branching out just a little bit and doing a few different things. I've been doing actually a lot of planning for what's going to be coming up here too. So I would like to kind of implement some of that as LA is getting a little bit easier to do those things naturally. That's the first and foremost thing to be careful about. Let's see. Elijah, how have you been? I've been all right. Been doing all right, naturally. Getting past the second vaccine shot, naturally, and, you know, a few days ago. Getting back into the swing of things after the last stream, naturally, there. So it feels good to kind of be able to get a haircut this coming week. I'm excited. But doing okay. Definitely doing okay. Let's see here. Top 5 chain restaurants from Riley Duffy. I know you stick to fast food, but Cheesecake Factory is amazing. Yes, it is. Believe me, my wife and I, we've been talking about possibly doing a review or two there to do some of the food there. But I'd probably want to get it to takeout naturally, which I did for Denny's, and maybe do something like that. But their food is pretty banging. I got to admit it's good. I haven't been to Cheesecake too much since because we get stuff to go take out only because of the way things are right now. But I do agree. I mean, I love their crusted Parmesan chicken. That's one of my favorites, actually. Really, really good. Let's see here, going down the line. All right, you guys ready for review number 2? If you guys are ready for review number 2, give me a flame emoji over here. Not to give anything away. Give me a flame emoji here in the chat. And we'll jump into this here right now. Larry Nguyen, have I watched the He-Man movie? Yes, the original one with Dolph Lundgren. That's a classic, even though the budget was very low and there was anything taking place in current day I'm not a super fan of. That should have stayed in Eternia. But it's the budget. I'm looking forward to the new movie eventually. We'll see what happens. Carl Broussard, just so you know, you have to watch this Sunday's episode of Cheaters with Peter Pankey KDOC because it's not on demand. Okay, very cool. I know you mentioned that before. I have to actually take a look at the show, the new Cheaters cam, the new Cheaters show. All right, we got flame emojis all over the place here. Good times indeed. Scott Ashley, do you work outside of YouTube as well? Yes, absolutely. Scott Rush, first and foremost, first Masks review, Cheesecake Factory date night. That'll be the time to do it, so you know that'll be the time to do it. It's at 2 a.m. on Sunday. Okay, Carl, very slick. It'd be easier for me to kind of take a look at because that's when I catch up on stuff here. Stupid Food Review Show is dropping in here with the chili. Are you assuming that it's going to be something kind of heated like that? Well, you would be kind of correct, guys, because, you know, with a special 2 for $6, this time we're doing lime and jalapeno from Anthony Davis from the Lakers. I had to do something for the Lakers, naturally. Come on, I'm here in LA at the same time. But I got to be honest, I really dig his quote here. This is actually really cool. And this, I think, is for every single content creator on the platform here. So if you guys are watching this on the replay, I will let you kind of pause that so you can kind of see, because I'm going to read it in just a second here. So let me see if I can kind of get that to kind of, well, somewhat. You can kind of see, I guess, what it is over there. It's a little blurry, just a little bit. But actual quote from Anthony Davis right here. When you're different from everyone else, you can choose to hide it or you can choose to own it. You should own it. And that is for every single content creator on the platform. Whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability in your own way and own that. Definitely own that. I love that idea. When you're different from everybody else, you can choose to hide it, meaning that if you're, you know, you want to hide it, you shouldn't. Or you can choose to own it. You should own it, from Anthony Davis. Very cool. So lime jalapeno, I guess this is his thing. I wonder if he was just saying, you know what? This is just my type of, you know, jam. This is exactly what it's going to be right over here. I love lime chips. I saw this instantly first before anything else. So I'm like, definitely. I cannot wait to give this one a go here. Devin says he loves those chips. They lasted 2 days. All right, cool, 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 cool. Jeff Bailey says he hasn't seen these in the stores yet. I don't know how many of these they actually have, to be honest there. But considering it's a joint venture with the NBA and Ruffles here, which is kind of cool. I like the idea and the marketing with this. And it's so different from Lay's, you know, naturally. There's nothing against Lay's, but it's nice to do something a little different when you see another company that tries to do something like this, which is really cool. And I love the fact that it's ridged out for those chips there. So we've got lime, we've got jalapenos. And because of the jalapeno for Jesus in a Tortilla, make sure you guys jump over to the Stupid Review Show, Stupid Food Review Show. I'm sure you'll see his avatar here in the chat. Click on that there for sure. Jump on over, like, share, comment, and subscribe. He is doing his thing also. Let's give this a go. Oh, wow. Instant jalapeno smell, and again, a virtually empty bag. No bueno for Ruffles on the bag. I am not a fan of all the air in here right now. Randy Molina says, go Celtics. So we'll have to see what's up with this here. Obviously, we have a Celtics fan in effect. Drew says these have been out for a while. Thomas McDonald, thanks so much for jumping on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Larry Nguyen, when you do a food review at a fast food, do you ever use a coupon? Not usually, to be honest, because I'm going to just pick up the sandwich or whatever it is I'm getting, and that's it. And Ned Cervantes, no bueno. Yes, a lot of air, Devin. I don't know. There's, man, this is like literally... If I put these two together, I have a full bag of chips. This is just ridiculous. 2 for $6 on this deal, and I still feel kind of ripped off. I don't know. Let me take one of these out over here. You're not going to be able to see too much because this is more of a dust thing. But take a look there. They're seasoned. They look all right. Standard Ruffles. Nothing crazy. But how's the lime? Is this going to be strong lime and jalapeno together? Is it going to be one more than the other? Let's find out. Oh, wow. Wow. That lime is like a boom instantly. And then the jalapeno. Oh, wow. That lime is still hanging with me right now. I like these. I like these actually better than the other ones. Oh, yeah. That lime is strong and almost kind of tart, believe it or not. Oh my God. All day long with this one. Oh man. Yeah, we're taking this whole chip down right now. I am definitely taking this down in one shot. Guys, the lime is no joke. I mean, just looking at these, they don't look like they're very heavily dusted, but the lime is so strong and in your face. I don't know. Let's give this a shot. This is literally like the whole sliver of a potato, like the middle section of a medium-sized potato here right now. Drew says, yes, heavy lime, fresh jalapenos. No joke. This is no joke. Here we go. Mom. Banging. All day long with this. My God. Look at that. We're doing a couple more. This is seriously awesome. I mean, I love lime chips. I love pickle chips. I love the tartness of it. Wow. This is the flavor right here. Anthony Davis. Awesome. Not just because you're here locally in my town here and the Lakers here in Los Angeles, but this is good, guys. I'm going to be editing away later tonight, munching on a few of these. Wow. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Straight 10 out of 10. Let's just do it. There is nothing wrong with this whatsoever, with the exception of the bag. So 10 out of 10 for the air, 10 out of 10 for the flavor of the chip. So I guess that would kind of make this an 11 out of 10 when it comes to Drew's food reviews. In effect there for you there with that little electronic zzz. There you go, Drew. An 11 out of 10 for you, because we're combining the air, which is an overabundance of in this bag. This is crazy here. But wow. Very strong in terms of just the overall lime. Let's go for one more on this, because this is, guys, this is really good. Let me get a good one here. We'll just take two. Take two right there. Look at that. It's so deceiving, because just looking at this, it looks like just a regular ruffle. That's it. But the flavor is crazy on this in the lime category. And then the heat comes up on the back end. This is really good. All day long with this. Banging. Really good. Wow. Man. Really, really good stuff. Drew. Crank to 11. Yes. Nasim. I never liked food review channels, but you're definitely an exception. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're digging my viewpoint on these things. I'm glad to be contributing to the community, as everybody does here in this category. It's always fun to do. Definitely, definitely. Thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate that. Care Bear, how spicy is it? On a scale of 1 to 10, maybe like a 6.5. I mean, that may be a little bit liberal in terms of just what it is there. I mean, it's enough of a sizzle to give you that jalapeno flavor. But man, the whole inside of my mouth feels coated right now with a little bit of heat. So I like that. I like that. Care Bear, I'm telling you, that is really good. The lime, though, is the standout for me. So that is the first time, unlike the Flaming Hot, excuse me, unlike the Flaming Hot variant, you're not getting this actually. The Flaming Hot's not the dominant flavor, and it's barbecue. You're getting actually barbecue as a dominant, but with this, you're getting lime. Actually, the first ingredient is what you're getting over here for sure. Erna, super chat. Let's see. Boy Meets Girl, Waiting for a Star to Fall. That's another classic right there. And the year that it took place in. That's awesome. 1988. But man, really, really good stuff over here. Really, really good stuff. Guys, this is my favorite out of the two, although this is really good as well. So really cool little NBA combo action, collabo action with Ruffles to do these here. I'm really digging these. But that lime, I'm telling you, the wifey is going to really dig them. It's really, really tasty on these. It really is. Larry, do you want to play GTA in real life with the cop? No. Definitely not. Lord Darkseid, combine both. You know, that's a good idea. And whenever we do these two combo reviews, I kind of have a feeling you're going to ask me to do that. So let's do that. We'll combine. Let me get a good one here. The problem with a lot of these are kind of broken. Hang on, let me try and find a good one. Oh, this one's folded. Actually, we'll do the folded one. So you guys can see this one is kind of folded over. So there we go. It's a folded chip on that one. Relax, don't do it. That's classic. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. All right, so let's go. A little heated barbecue with some lime action here. And of course, a little heated from the jalapeno as well. Here we go. Let's give it a shot. What do we call this one here? The Flamin' Hot Barbecue Lime Jalapeno Chips from Ruffles. Let's do it. That barbecue is kind of weird with it. I don't like that. No, it's okay, but no. Actually, the barbecue is a little strong for the lime, that combination, but the heat from the Flaming Hot and the jalapeno is coming through, but not a good mix on that. I'm going to stick with just one or the other, to be honest there. So the lime jalapeno, that's easily the one right there, by far. Yes, stupid food review show. Cheese in the tortilla, folded chips are the best. That's why I love kettle chips. I'm going to tell you right now, that is the main reason I love kettle chips, because of the folded over versions. Primarily, they're all folded, mostly. But I'm a huge fan of that. Definitely a huge fan of that for sure. Good times. All right, Ed Keaton, have a great weekend. You as well. I'm out of here. Stay safe to everybody here in the chat. Absolutely, guys, as we get around this one out here. Let me answer a few more questions and we'll close this one out. And I have to get right back into what I'm doing here for this project before I get the stream ready for tomorrow for the replay as well. So you may see another review from me on Sunday, most likely on Monday, but possibly on Sunday, depending upon how it goes. But of course, you're going to have the stream available to you guys 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Saturday, on the 15th of May. If you're watching this after 12 p.m. on Saturday and you have this in your feed right now, I appreciate you checking out the replay here, making it this far. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of what you saw here tonight. And I appreciate you guys all being here right now. Guys, we have 59 amazing peeps in the house here as well. And I appreciate you spending a little bit of your time this weekend with me here. It's a really fun thing to do. And I have a lot of fun doing it. To all my amazing super chatters here as well, thank you so much for your love and devotion of the channel and for donating in there as well. You guys are official sponsors, of course. Anything on PayPal, like I said, I'll make sure you guys are all listed down below. But thank you so much for that. Vivian George, Phantom or He-Man? He-Man, absolutely. Lord Darkside, what is that there? Trying to catch up here. Where is that comment? Let's see. If they made a real Jurassic Park, would you visit? Absolutely. Absolutely. Drew, very frosty stream tonight. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you jump on out and try that Popeyes frozen strawberry lemonade. That thing was a lot of fun to taste there. And, you know, just doing a review on that, I mean, granted, it's a drink review, but I had to do something to try and make that a little bit of something interesting to kind of watch, if you guys can keep watching it. So it was snowing in my car every time I took a sip. I figured, let me just put some snow in here in some way, even though I was burning up when I was filming that actually in front of Popeyes. That was a fun time to do. There was one of those videos from last week that I was saving to kind of put out later in. So I'm glad I've always got content coming every single week for you guys. So you guys have stuff to look forward to always as well. Dante Reed, do I like Moe's Southwestern Grill? We don't have Moe's here, although I do have a review on the channel from way back in the day when I was actually coming back from Florida. I actually did a review quickly in the terminal when my wife we were waiting for our flight. So it was just all right. You know, I guess they're known for their queso. I didn't have exactly the greatest experience with it, but it was all right, you know, for what it was. Devin says, my fiance gives me the folded chips because she knows that they're my favorite. That's true love. Absolutely. She's giving you a shout out, and I introduced her to you. Rose loves your content, and so do I. I appreciate that. Shout outs to Devin and Rose. Guys, thank you so much for watching the stream live with me here right now. You guys are immortalized here in the chat as well. I appreciate you watching on the content. To all of you guys who have subscribed already, if you haven't, definitely hit that subscribe button on your way out. I appreciate you guys greatly. Good times. Erna, all the reviews are great, but no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, 80s music is always the best. I expected you to say something like that, Erna, and I appreciate that. And let me send a huge shout out to Mama Peeps watching right now as well. Moms, I appreciate you jumping on. I'm glad that we have everything sorted out with your internet connection. And we're back here in business. Kyle Broussard. Ian, you know what I'm hoping for? A show where you come on to film California Cheaters, California edition with a female host. Wouldn't that be something? To do something with the real Cheaters Cam crew, that would be kind of hilarious. That really would be. Devin, met you on YouTube, I mean. No worries. Great to have you on here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot to be able to interact with you guys here, guys. And I got to tell you, with everything going on and all the content that's coming your way, I always want to make it a point to kind of let you guys know that, because like I said, I wouldn't be able to do what I do without you guys watching the content. I love creating, I love making things naturally, especially digitally, and here on the content. The channel is approaching 34,000 subscribers, which is insane. But I am so happy to continue on just what I'm putting out there for you guys, and you guys are enjoying it. And the response is solid, and naturally we have a good time here on the live stream. It's always a lot of fun to do, more often than not every week. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Fridays. Vivi, let's see, what was that? Vivian George, I just jumped up here really quick. Jeff Bailey, I'm glad I get to see you on the live chat. Love the reviews. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate the support. Thank you. I'm glad you're digging the content for sure. Duke, share the content with all the peeps that you know as well. Let's keep that grassroots effort moving there. You guys are organically growing the channel for years now, and I'm telling you, I'm loving the ride as we're moving on up it's really a good time. So thank you so much for the support and for enjoying what we've got here. Let's see here. Drew is saying hello to JJ and AJ. Kyle Broussard, have an idea for next week's stream. After watching Cheetah's Cam this Sunday, you can talk about what you thought about Peter Mackey hosting the show. See if I can try and get to do that at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. actually on Sunday of KDOC TV. I'm very curious. I mean, naturally, you know, the classic Cheaters Cam is a classic for a reason. So, you know, we'll have to see there. Dark Side, peep this out. You are crazy. I saw all the movies to go. I saw all of the movies to go. Which movies, real quick? Am I missing something here? Trying to get this caught up over here. Let's see, ScottRush.com. Love the work ethic and the content throughout the week. Thank you, Scott. I'm definitely having a blast doing that there. I like to kind of space it out. I don't go normally about 2 days or so. It's probably the longest before our next piece of content usually. So I'm glad you're digging that. Like I said, every single week for the last 7+ years, I have not missed. Even being in the hospital a few years ago, I was able to jump right back into it as well. So good times. I love to create. It definitely keeps me pumped, and it always keeps me moving, keeps my head moving, and I love it. I'm glad you're digging it too. Thank you so much. Annette, grilled cheese sandwich or PB&J? Easy, grilled cheese. Nothing against PB&J, but I love grilled cheese sandwiches. Erna, I can't wait for the stream next week. I can't wait to do it for you guys. And yes, Drew, Donut Run. I have to get back into that. Mr. Jimmy, Mi Familia. He's not on tonight, but definitely we're going to be meeting up to grab some donuts at our spot at the Donut Man in Glendora in the near future here. I cannot wait to do that. It's going to be awesome. All right, last couple of things here. Let's see here. Dante, you know why? Because they have Sprite under the peach and Coca-Cola Freestyle machine, and that's not as strong. It's really good. You guys are all having conversation. Those Freestyle machines are not the same potency as having those drinks on their own, because they're all cartridges, so those things. So the mix is not quite 100%. Coke is discontinuing the whole line of energy drinks. They should stick to what they know, the classics, and they're never going to make as much, I think, unless they stick to what they know, which is what they're known for. Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, different flavors of that. Have you seen it? Wait, you were in the hospital? Yes, I was. It was, I don't want to get into it here, but it is a stream that you can probably find in the live stream replays where it talks about Peep This Out Reviews returns or something along those lines, where I actually go into detail about what happened with that. And it was a little scary at the time. That's all I will say. Vivian George, you should do more of your eating till you finish the food in your reviews. It'll be awesome and cause a craving. You know, I've been actually kind of stretching out some of my eating sequences at the same time. But naturally, I kind of want to give you the gist of what it is when I'm eating it. I don't really want to eat the whole thing on camera because, you know, time is precious and I want to try and give you as much content as I can. But I'm not against the idea of that. But at the same time, I think a few bites here and there, you kind of know the gist of how something's going to go. So that's the main reason that I do that. But I'm not against the idea. I'm kind of batting around the idea of having like lunch with Ian K, where we have like an afternoon stream, because I remember doing that in the like not that long ago, maybe about a year ago. Like in the middle of the day, we can have something to eat and like kind of chat in the stream for a while there. If you guys are down with that and you're watching this on the replay, let me see some comments down below if you guys would like to see something like that. Maybe that would be kind of like an in-between type of thing, which would be kind of fun. So good times there. All right, Michael Domayer, as scary as the earthquake stream? That was scary as well, Mike, you already know. But being in the hospital for what I was dealing with was actually a little bit scarier than that. So I'm not going to go any further in. Lord Darkside is telling me, read my last comment. Hang on 1 second here, Lord. Got to go through quickly here. Oh, I mean all the Jurassic movies, not to go to the actual park if they were ever made one. I mean all the movies, not to go. Yes, yes. By the way, the Jurassic Park movies, the first trilogy, I would say the first two are my favorites. The third one was kind of a throwaway film. But I like the new ones. The new ones are pretty good. I personally think the original Jurassic World, I think, is a better film. The second one was a little bit more of a haunted house type of film with dinosaurs, which I really couldn't get into. We'll see what Dominion looks like when the third one comes out for that there. I'm looking forward to that. The trips, lunch with Ian sounds like fun. Yes, I'll see. You know, like I said, I was kind of thinking about doing something like that. Like middle of the day, we're having like an actual lunch. And that's pretty much would be the stream, just kind of chatting while we're all eating. Something like that. So maybe we'll do something like that. If you guys like to see that, drop some comments down below if you're catching this on the replay for sure. And once the replay goes live, for those of you guys who are watching this live, let me know what you think. Tony A says Wednesdays would be the best day for me. Yes, that would be the best for me too. Wednesday out check. You know, you're reading my mind, Tony, because that's when I would probably do it. So we'll have to see. Lord, I don't like Jurassic Park 3 either. I like the Spinosaurus. I thought some cool combat sequences, the fighting sequences were good, but it was just a dumb movie. But naturally, having the characters from the first Jurassic Park, you know, really kind of helps to add that in there as well. And yes, Annette, thank you so much. Absolutely. Hit the like button on your way out, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Vivian George, have I seen a Ouija 2, Origin of Evil, and Annabelle 2? Haven't seen a Ouija, but I've seen Annabelle. Absolutely. Looking forward to Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. I can't wait to see that, which is going to be pretty awesome. Nasim, the last couple here, I've watched the entire series, and I can say that my least favorite is Jurassic Park 3, and my favorite is Jurassic World. Yes, there you go. The original Jurassic Park for me, and I love the Lost World, which was good. The latter part of it I didn't care for, with the T-Rex in Burbank and just in San Diego, how they did that. That's kind of like a precursor to Godzilla, personally. But I thought that was kind of stupid. But the first movie and Jurassic World for me, for sure. Larry Nguyen gets the final comment. Let's see here. Can you read my last comment? Let me see. If I can find you really quick here, Larry. Let me see. Going up, going up, going up, going up. Going up, seeing if I can find it. If you want to cut and paste it in there, because there's a lot on my side here. I'm trying to read it. I cannot see what it may be. Larry, cut and paste it. I'll give you 30 seconds. And I'll see if I can try and... Is it Patty Melt? I see something with Patty Melt. If it's the Habits Patty Melt, that was a banging situation. That was a banging situation. Okay, there we go. We got the thumbs up from Larry. I think that's what it was. Yeah, beautiful situation for sure. Beautiful situation for sure. Nasim watched the entire Conjuring series and absolutely love Annabelle the movies. Absolutely. I thought The Nun was okay, you know, personally. But the first Conjuring was pretty awesome. Vivian George, first Predator always. Second one, nothing wrong with the second one. It's just not the same type of movie. But I love the original. It's a classic. For sure. All right, guys, jumping on over to my screen over here. I'm going to close this one out here really quickly. And guys, again, I appreciate you greatly for jumping on here right now. For all of you guys who have asked the questions, if I didn't get to them, you can always drop them in the chat down below. If you want to drop them into the comments down below once the replay goes live, I'll try and get to those. If there was something that needs to be answered, I will try. But I appreciate all of you guys jumping on here right now. Again, some really, really fun. My first really big brand deal, which is going to be coming out. I keep talking about it. I'm teasing it, but it's so much fun, what you guys are going to be seeing here very soon. Good times for sure. I can't wait for you guys to see this here in the very near future. But again, thank you so much for jumping on. It is Friday, May 14th. This is Ian K officially closing the stream out. And like I said, please subscribe if you haven't done so already there. Brand new content every single week. And just to close it out officially here right now, we don't have my boy Jay Nepper on here right now too, but I'm still going to do the ending for him just in case he catches this on the replay. But just so you guys know, I appreciate you guys greatly. Enjoy the weekend. Whatever you're going to do it safely. If you guys are creating content, continue contributing to the community. Keep putting that content out there. We're getting past where we need to be right now, and that's a good thing. Getting back to normal. I appreciate all of you guys out doing what you do. All my amazing mods, Annette Cervantes, Drew's Food Reviews, The Trips, all the amazing peeps here in the house there. Snack King Cole, if you're there. Trav Tries, all the amazing peeps from the review crew stopping in. I appreciate you jumping in over here right now. And as I jump on over to this and close this one out here, this is Ian K officially closing out the live stream for the 14th of May. Again, can't believe halfway into the month right now. It's crazy. Like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, guys. Thanks so much for jumping on. I'm going to be here in the chat as long as the stream will allow it after I click the end button here. But again, thank you so much for doing the do. I appreciate you guys immortalizing the stream. You guys are all typing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to be reading a lot of this after the fact. But I will definitely talk to you soon. Again, the next piece of content either on Sunday, definitely on Monday, if not on Sunday. But you're going to be seeing something very, very soon, as always, guys. Brand new content all the time. So, with that said, I can't wait to get into some more of these lime jalapeno chips here in just a few when I'm back to editing. But I appreciate you jumping on. And with that, this is officially the end of the stream. And again, for my boy Jay Nepper, if you're catching this on the replay, we out. Peace.